Welcome back to the Magic Door Studio Business Hour podcast. Magic Door Studio is a full service, state of the art production studio in North County Dublin, purpose built for podcasting and producing viral social media content. If you or someone you know has ever thought of doing a podcast but don't know where to start, come and walk through the Magic Door, and our team will help you with everything you need to build your podcast into success. If you are an Irish business looking to produce high quality viral content, Magic Door Studio has everything that you need, including state-of-the-art equipment, studios that can be customized for your brand, and a skilled team to turn your big ideas into reality. For pricing and more, visit magicdoorstudio.ie. The Business Hour podcast is an opportunity for the Magic Door team to meet some of Ireland's most exciting and interesting businesses. Today we are joined by Ciara O'Connor from Willow Wellbeing. Hi, Ciara.
Hi, Shane.
How are you doing today?
Good, thank you.
Okay, let's just jump right in. Let's go back to the start. What inspired you to start Willow Wellbeing in 2013, right?
2013. Yeah.
It's the stretch.
Well, I had been working as a neuromuscular physical therapist. I did sports massage and remedial massage up to that point. Previously, I had worked in KBC mortgage company. So I had, the full on office experience.
Yeah.
So Willow Wellbeing basically came from that, from my experience as working in offices, and it's part of the wellbeing in the workplace.
Gotcha.
Initiatives that have totally taken off in the last few years, but back in 2013, it was fairly new, I suppose. Pre-COVID,
Yeah.
It was starting to build up a little bit, but since then I think everything has changed, and everybody knows what wellness in the workplace is now.
Yeah.
But back then it was trying to teach people basically that it is tough going into an office every day and working and leaving your home life and everything at home. So yeah, it came from
You've
there.
worked with some. You've worked with some big businesses. I believe you've been in RT, the Google Wellness Clinic. Is that right? How have those experiences shaped what you do and how you do it?
Well, yeah, they're both very different businesses because
Is it fair to say every office environment is different and comes with different challenges?
Yeah, every office, the culture in every office, I find, can be very different. And like I enjoy going in, and sometimes they can be. They can be kind of stuck in that environment, but
do you find,
for so long.
Do you find it's demographic based? Are younger people more open to the idea of wellness, or is it gender based? Are there any obvious delineating lines that make?
Yeah, when I started out, definitely it was more female, and all different ages, but definitely now there's a lot of young people, a lot of young males they're into their fitness.
Yeah,
they see their physio all the time. They know what's about their bodies. They know if they have tight shoulders from sitting at desks or sore lower backs. So they'll be straight into me. They'll sign up straight away. Whereas previously, it wouldn't have been like that. Men would have been a lot more hesitant coming in.
Yeah.
It would have been something they would have experienced.
Well, let's talk about that. So you do on-site massage in businesses. What issues do you typically find that people have, and how does a 20-minute massage, I guess, with yourself, how can that help?
Basically just helps people. They come in, they sit down, they relax. They will tell you'll go through it if they have any health issues first with them, and then they will let you know if they have any issues, if they have neck or shoulder pain. And a lot of it we can work it out over the 20 minutes while I'm just talking to them. Sometimes people just don't want to talk, and that's fine too.
Okay.
And some people will.
It's a little talk therapy as well as massage.
Yes,
yeah.
It
of
can
course,
be,
we're people.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes people don't get 20 minutes to talk to people during the day about themselves or about their issues or, about what's going on in their body or their mind even, or at work. So sometimes it can be, people just like to talk sometimes, which can be helpful too for them.
You mentioned something a couple of minutes ago, it's been popping into my head. So different cultures have maybe people have different issues, or different businesses. Is that a cultural thing? Like if you're in a high stress environment, or a high stress job, does that lead to particular, you know, postures and, that kind of thing?
It can do. People will always tell me that they're holding their tension in their shoulders. And it can be because of stress, but it can also just be because of the way they're sitting at their desk. And I can help them with that as well. And sometimes I can tell by the way, I can tell, I've been doing this for a long time now.
Yeah.
So I can tell if somebody, which I'm doing now, crossing their legs. It's not a good thing to do.
I'm doing it myself.
Yeah, exactly. But if you're doing it, if you're sitting at a desk for 7 hours and you're crossing your legs.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, your back is out of alignment, your pelvis is out of alignment, and you will start getting tightness on one side of your back. It will go up into your shoulder. One side of your shoulder will get tight. It can go up to into your neck.
Okay.
It can cause headaches. It can just cause tension and pain as well. So just spend 20 minutes with somebody, I can just help them to realize what they're doing every day that could, and try and adjust the way they sit or the way they think when they're at their desk. Just to even do a few little stretches will completely help. And just to stand up and just stretch out. Really.
Shake it out.
Yeah, and move it out, yeah.
So as well as doing the on-site massage, do you give them some feedback about how maybe they could be doing things a little better, maybe taking breaks to stand up and walk away from their desk? Or, do you work with just individuals within the team and business, or do you kind of give management a little advice, maybe more ergonomic chairs or that kind of thing?
Yeah, sometimes management will come to me and ask,
what could we do?
So I'll give them feedback, especially if there's a number of the same issues with people in the company.
Okay, yeah.
And the last thing anybody wants is somebody to be out with back pain for a month, and or sometimes as well. Lately, it's been what their setup is at home. It's not as good as what they'd have in the office, and they might need to address that and get proper chairs and sitting at a kitchen chair.
Do you bring your massage chair?
I bring my massage chair, so it's on wheels. I bring it in. It's set up in 5 minutes. It's completely non-intrusive, so people, they're wearing their clothes, fully clothed, yeah. No oils involved.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
It's very, I suppose, friendly to walk into an office environment like that. And be able to use a chair like that. So what headaches, fatigue, that kind of things. That's what people get out of it. That's what
headaches, fatigue, stiff shoulders, just lower back pain. One thing I have noticed now over the years doing it, a lot of people would normally have forward head posture where their head will go towards.
Why is that? Computers?
You're concentrating. You're sitting. You're concentrating. Computers. So you're sitting at your desk, your keyboard. A lot of mouse use as well. So architects use a lot of mouse. They would have they can get RSI in their wrists.
What's RSI?
Repetitive strain injury.
Okay, yes, of course.
Yeah. So you might need to work on their arms, and just even a little bit of massage, for 20 minutes can ease that.
Do work wonders, yeah.
But what I have noticed is forward head posture has always been a thing, but lately there's younger people, I suppose, as well. They're using their phones, so their head is
interesting.
So your head is the weight of a bowling ball. So it's the difference of holding a bowling ball up here or holding it out here.
Yeah.
So it's all the strain on the neck muscles there and the shoulder muscles and down into the traps.
What advice could you give businesses who don't have the luxury of you coming in to work on their staff as to how can they advise people? I mean, like say posture-based advice. I'm sure there's plenty out there, but what would you say? Is there the screens be higher, or how do you?
The screen should be at eye level.
The center of the screen should be at eye level, or the bottom or top.
I think the top of the screen needs to be at your head.
Okay.
Fully this.
Yeah.
But as long as you're comfortable and you're sitting correctly and you have lower back support, I think that's pretty important.
Okay, so is that just a good chair, or is it like a pillow behind, or like
a pillow like you have there? Yeah, that can help. That can help you just sit up straighter because you're not slumping down into the chair.
Yeah.
Sometimes I find little footstools, just small little footstools, little rests that you can get, and that can stop you doing the whole crossing legs and keep your feet still, or as still as possible. I do find some people will curl up entirely into a ball while they're sitting at their desk, because it's more comfortable. But if you're engaging muscles and you're sitting up correctly, it's work. It's harder work, but it is better for your body in the long term.
Absolutely. Can I ask you, you mentioned about COVID earlier, so I'm assuming you had to pivot your business somewhat. It seems like your business is very, pardon the pun, hands-on.
Yeah.
And so I noticed from your website that you do online classes as well. Is that right? Is there a 20-minute online class or something?
There are 20-minute online classes available for yoga.
Okay, it's yoga based.
Yeah,
okay,
it's
gotcha.
yoga-based.
So
that's a yoga
is that a live
instructor
class?
that she can do it live. Yeah, she can organize it to be live. So.
This is this the lady who's been to the Himalayas?
She's been everywhere, Katrina.
Yeah, Katrina. Yeah.
Have you met Katrina before?
I haven't met her myself. No.
Yeah, she's fascinating. You
I've
should
come
have her
across
in.
Yeah, you think so? Yeah?
I don't know whether she's been to the Himalayas. Probably. But she works with a yoga teacher in India, and
Gotcha.
yeah,
so she does your yoga classes,
and she's great for teaching me stretches, and I can
Okay.
teach people.
Yeah.
Just simple little stretches that you can do in chair yoga as well. So
Sorry, forgive my ignorance. What's chair yoga?
Chair yoga is just you're sitting in a chair, so it's basically you're just moving from the top of your body. So you're not like stretching out in the ground, lying in the ground, which doesn't go down very well in the workplace normally.
Fair point.
but you can do to do a few little stretches at your desk, even just rotating your shoulders backwards rather than having them forward all the time will help.
What you do, does it fall broadly under the umbrella of neuromuscular therapy, or is that a distinct thing?
That is a distinct thing, but that is more that's table massage, and that would be kind of like from Swedish massage. It's you're using oils. So this is more. It's based on shiatsu, acupressure, lots of different techniques I would have learned myself. And to be honest, every therapist that works for me or with me, they have their own. Now we'd have a kind of set standard of what you do and what you cover, but they kind of bring their own experiences and their own techniques to it as well. So plus you will change it for the individual as well,
of course, according
to what they need.
So you mentioned that you work with I guess partners and other therapists and stuff. Do you go to? So you work with some serious businesses, and do you go into them and offer your services, and then as an add-on, they can avail of partner services, or do you go as a group together and pitch as to what you can do, or like how do you find those people? How do you trust them to be able to represent Willow Wellbeing?
Yeah, generally I have met them myself through working with them.
Okay.
Sometimes we'd be at events and what we would like with massage, we generally do swaps. So if you like, okay, at the end of the day, or if there's a quiet moment, we'll do a swap. And
okay,
awesome. If you have rapport with somebody and they're very good at what they do, doing,
yeah, of course.
Then it's like swap numbers.
Yeah.
And so if jobs are coming up, people will, we'll slot in for each other as well. I could slot in with them as well.
So if you get a contract with a very big company, or with a lot of employees, that you would maybe bring in some people to help you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
This is a hard question to ask, but is there a way for you to measure the difference, the impact that you have? Obviously, it goes without saying, somebody who has you in, a business who has you in, their employees are happier, they're going to be more productive. That's clear. Is there a way to measure how much difference that can make? Do you know what I mean? Or is it just feedback you get from the business?
I don't know whether you could measure it really, but yeah, it's generally we get such good feedback from businesses. And one thing I've noticed is, one thing that I love about it is, like, when I go in and I'm working in a company and I'm doing massage, people are happy with leaving the door and they're thanking me and they're smiling and they feel so much better. And it's like 20 minutes work. It's so easy.
But
really.
I guess that's what I mean by measure, like not specifically data or statistics, but it's like, how do you know? And obviously, repeat business, if the business keeps bringing you back, you're doing something right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What challenges have you had? What's some of the more difficult things that you've overcome? Have you had to pivot the business in particular ways? Have you just always been going this direction?
No. Originally, when I was doing more neuromuscular physical therapy, that can be quite tough on your body. So I don't think it's something that you can do long term. I notice a lot of people will do for maybe 15, 20 years.
Okay.
Sometimes men can do it a little bit longer. But people will get, you'll end up getting injured yourself eventually from repetitive strains.
Yeah,
so
okay.
not brilliant. Yeah. So
it was rather ironic.
It is a bit ironic, all right. But that's why I've had to change the way I work. The on-site massage is much better for me now because I'm on my feet, I'm standing, I can lean in from my legs. I'm using my whole body weight. I'm not just using my upper body weight and my elbows and thumbs. So yeah, and obviously there's been huge challenges over the years. I started out in 2005, and then of course there was the bust. And after building up a client base, nobody had any money to spend, so that pretty much it was gone.
So
then I started getting into more corporate work and on-site massage then, and luckily at the time then I got into RTE in the sports and social club there, which was fantastic. I loved working there. And
I sat in the studio in Donnybrook.
Yeah. Now the building's actually gone since because it's it was a different era, the era of like sports and social clubs, and there was a bar and a restaurant, and
we won't comment on Ortiz.
Well, they couldn't. Yeah, I did feel bad for them. To be honest, I was working. I was an employee of theirs, so I just had a small little room. So the employees would come to me and pay me directly at that time, which was
that's
fantastic.
Phenomenal. Yeah, for them, for you. I mean, I don't know, like, I guess maybe an accountant might be looking at the bottom line of, is this service really worthwhile? For me as a business person, I look at what you do and I can see nothing but value in it. Looking at your pricing, the productivity boost is worth tenfold that.
Yeah.
And I mean, like a happy team is a productive team,
That's right.
Can I ask you, so you're based here in Balbriggan? But you've clients all over Ireland. How do you maintain that kind of like how do you balance that kind of like hands-on feel? You obviously travel a lot, I'm assuming. How far do you travel?
In the past I traveled all around the country, but since my kids came along, I don't do that as much. So I will.
So you have the luxury of being a bit more selective now.
Yeah, I'd be a lot more selective and work a little bit closer to home. But then again, I would have connections, with a therapist that I can get to slot in for me if somebody wants, or somebody has business, and they have offices in Dublin and Cork and Limerick. I'd have somebody that could do Cork and Limerick for me if I'm not able to do that, and I'll just do the Dublin office.
Looking ahead, are there any innovations, new ideas, new directions that you want to take, or are you trying to refine what you're doing already and it's working well, or is there?
I think I probably need to refine what I'm doing since COVID. Obviously, COVID was another huge challenge because we were the first ones out of the office and people weren't in offices for years. So there wasn't too much going on. But now,
that's a great point.
Yeah, but now people want their staff back in the office. So, and they're trying to give them reasons to come back. So Wednesdays are usually a very busy day because it's Wellness Wednesday or so everybody should be in the office. They're trying to get people back in the office on Wednesdays. So
I mean, it's a great incentive.
We're normally there on a Wednesday. Yeah,
it's a great reason to get people back in the office.
It is, And I've met people in the last year or two that that said, "Oh, I haven't been in the office in years," but they're like, "Oh, I knew this was on today, so I'm in today." So it does give a nice incentive to people.
I love it. Your website is willowwellbeing.ie. Are you on social media? Or how do people find you?
I just have Facebook.
Facebook?
Yeah. Social media? I wouldn't be the best.
What's your how do people find you on Facebook?
It's just Willow Wellbeing.
Just under Willow Wellbeing.
Yeah. You should be able to find
your website is pretty comprehensive. You mentioned earlier that you feel it's a bit dated. It's comprehensive in terms of what you have and stuff. So yeah, there's plenty of information there for people who want to go take a look. It's been a pleasure. Thank you very, very much for
Okay.
coming in today
Thank
and
you.
meeting us. Ciara O'Connor from Willow Wellbeing.